rolling in.
Alright. Rolling in. Alright, welcome everyone. We've got some EVO search for with GreenMixTape here, but before we get going, I am going to read a few donations here. So we've got a $40 donation from VGMCon that says, "Let's make it $2,000 Midwest Speed Fest. We love you. Amazing job. Sincerely, VGMCon staff. Art." Thank you so much, VGM. We've got a $5 donation from McZolly92 that says, "Good luck to both of you. A great Harry Potter 3 runner." And a $10 anonymous donation that says, "Omelette du fromage." My French is not too good, so I hope I didn't butcher that. Well, feel free to take it away, GreenMixTape.
All right. Well, this game, I have a signature thing I do before any run, and I go to this screen and I show it has like 2 internal save devices, so you can save your file as well as save your creatures. So you have what's called, a race save file. Just for authenticity, I show that I don't have any recorded files, and I show that I don't have any anything under, and then I show that everything is good. So when you push that and it says it is not recorded, I do that, and then I reset, and then I play out the intro. So I'll give you a countdown here. The game starts when you enter into the first stage, but I'll just do this to show you the intro, and yeah. And then I'm going to take off my headphones after I start the run. I do want to give a shout out to the French and the German restreams. They're doing a great job, and it's just amazing having that, so that way more people can get into this and see, all these amazing speed runs. And we broke that 2K. So shout outs to that, and shout outs to everyone who supported. And yeah, I also need to give a shout out to Leland Kerwin, who is the tasser for this. Is also Fat Rat Knight. But I'm gonna get ready. So you ready for the timer? Because I'll give you a countdown. I'm gonna pull up my splits real quick. Okay.
Yep, I'm ready for it. So whenever you want to go,
Okay.
Feel free to take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smurf! Alright, rolling deep. So this is the GreenMixTape here. This is going to be the dankest GreenMixTape you've ever seen. So shout outs are, so I do have the chat up, so if you guys say some stuff, I will be able to see what you guys are saying. I do see, Hito, I see Count Gooby in here, so if you guys have any questions or anything during the run, or if you have anything you want to talk about, let me know. I am the GreenMixTape. I used to, everybody knows me for shouting out rolling deep, very, very loud, or rolling deep. This game, that mechanic right there is very similar, and actually a lot of people compare some of the stuff in this game to Super Mario World. Here in the overworld, like you're selecting levels in the overworld like that, and right there what I just did is as soon as I beat the level, I was able to exit the level, much like in, after you beat a level in Super Mario World, you can push start select. Here you just push R when you get whatever you're gonna get. Here this is a red crystal, and I need to have the eel, and I got it rolling deep. So there's a 50-50 chance, or a random chance that you get a manta ray or an eel. Getting this eel here is crucial, and if you don't get it in an RTA run, that's a reset, like straight up, because the manta ray is super slow. Here I'm gonna grind these out. And basically what I'm having to do is despawn and respawn these a certain way, and that will trigger the event here. It's very critical. And so now that I have the points that I need for the grind, I'm gonna despawn and respawn these, and it's gonna trigger the volcanoes to erupt. And you can leave on either the left or the right screen. Since you're already on the left, there's no point in going to the right side of the screen. And boom! Rolling deep! But yeah, we could definitely use some more speedrunners for the game. So if you are interested, check me out. Check out that GreenMixTape on Twitch, or you can find me on speedrun.com. And just like, there's a lot of if you go to my speedrun.com account, you can find my Twitter, you can find all that. And so if you want to PM me or something, if you're interested in picking up the game, I will definitely help you out. I've made several tutorials. There's been a lot of new strats, new tech that's been found in this game. Very exciting. I've been finding a lot of new, faster strats. Also, I didn't really mention, but there was a bid war, and all the categories are basically the same up through the first 2 chapters. You do have to play as this fish, but ultimately what you end the game with is entirely by choice. You have 3 different choices of the creature that you're going to be. So you can end the game as mammal, dino, and bird. So those are the 3 main categories. And it's basically 3 any percent categories that are split. And the donation bid war went to dino, which hit $50. So shout outs to that $50 donation on dino, and it looks like we'll be doing a dino run. Technically, like, if this was still going, like, we could check, because until I get to chapter 3, that's when I would need to know. But like, if somebody drops a fat donation on another category, I would be more than willing to switch it up. But looks like we got dino. So for the bosses in this game, they're very intense, and if I like die to the shark, I'll lose 1.5 minutes. So when I get to the shark, I'm going to be focusing. You have to do some precise tackling. Yeah. But most importantly, you got to make sure you roll deep. Jumping here is faster, but sometimes when you stop in the water, the sharks will have their chance to like catch up to you, so it's kind of hit or miss. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the soundtracks were playing during the marathon of this game. This game has a brilliant soundtrack as well. Okay, that was pretty much flawless. So what I'm doing here is I'm recording this, and when I collect a green crystal, I'll be able to bring it back up, and the first green crystal is on the next world. I do want to give a shout out to Carnage 64, and a shout out to Reno, who recently did a blind race of this. And man, Reno was stuck on that shark fight for a couple hours. Like I make it look pretty easy. I make a lot of stuff in this game look pretty easy, but when a lot of people, when they casually check this out, it's not so easy.
How long have you been standing there? Long enough.
I know Hito's also done. Hito Kage's done a casual run of this, man, and it, like, casually, it's it's not a speed-friendly game, and in a marathon sense, it's not very friendly either. I'm gonna be doing a task strat here. I said I was gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. There's a very, very difficult strat here, and basically I have a very tight window to get this in, and it's gonna skip a text box because text boxes are triggered in this game by the creatures. If you get within a radius of this fish on this next level here after this one, he'll pull up 3 text boxes. And yet, Charles Darwin, the evolutionist, I'm pretty sure a lot of this game is based off of that. So we are now an amphibian now, by the way. We started to fish. There's 5 different stages of this game. So that whole level was just so I can grab the green crystal. Now I'm going to use the green crystal. I have 30 seconds or so in game time as this fish, and these all need to be very precise. That was bad. So I'm going to focus. So this is all RNG based on enemies placement and how you're going to get around them, and this can completely screw you over. This is where I reset. Non-stop. That was pretty much a perfect screen. Okay, that's gonna work out. This should be fine, I think. Beautiful, beautiful. It ran out right when I killed him. Beautiful. I struggled to get that in RTA runs, and I just pulled it off in the marathon, rolling deep. That's what YOLO is right there. That is what YOLO is. That is an extremely difficult strat, and I pulled it off near flawlessly. So shout outs to that. Basically the tasks introduced that. So shout outs to Fat Rat Knight, and shout outs, his real name is Lewin Kerwin. Shout outs to him because that strat comes from the tasks. And basically what you notice there is, like, I killed the boss, and then basically like a half a second after that, my transformation wore off. So if I wasn't able to kill the boss, I would have to do 1 damage per hit per bite. And that is a very extremely yes, I was on the frame savers, and I have the world record for this game, and I'm looking to push the game to its, like, outermost human limits. So I'm looking to basically get extremely ridiculous perfect runs, and what I would consider legendary eternal world records. And what I mean by legendary eternal world records is it's not going to be touched throughout the entire, human existence. Like, no one is going to be touching my run. So very close to at least locking him down and put him in my corner where nobody can beat me. But I also want to improve myself and push it to my maximum. So here, this guy dies, boom, and then you get 1,000 meat. And we're going to utilize that immediately. And here we have the King Bee fight, and this is kind of a... the setup is kind of jank, so hopefully I get it. You have to kill all these guys in the... So I'm going to focus, actually. This is... Focus time! It's actually a pretty solid run. I got that. That strat, Jesus. Didn't really. I didn't think I was gonna get it because it's. I reset like 90% of the time on that. Okay, I missed it. So I have to do the backup. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Midwest Speed Fest. Our cousin, I lived in the Midwest for, over probably half my life. I went to college. I went through a lot of school in the Midwest. I lived in Iowa. I'm from the Bluffs, Council Bluffs, Iowa. So shout outs to Council Bluffs. Shout outs to Jim Flowers as well, the weatherman. Jim Flowers roast beef. I wanted to give him a shout out. I also need to give a shout out to the Oblivinator with that Pikmin run, because he gave me a shout out during his run. So I gotta give a shout out to Oblivinator as well. Yeah, shout out to the weatherman. Letting us know that there's gonna be freezing rain. Warning us of the freezing rain at a 60% chance. It's snowing right where I'm at right now. It snowed for a good 3 hours today. Not looking forward to that on my way to work tomorrow. Gonna have to ice my car. But yeah, I mean, I've been speedrunning for about 9-10 years. Yeah, I'm not able to explain everything because I usually have a commentator for this kind of stuff, because like if I miss, yeah, the mammal is like something like
How long have you been standing there?
It's about a minute and a half slower. It's very slow. It's not. It's the beginner category, and that's why so many people run it, is because it's easy, but it's slow and it's bad and it's just not as exciting as a dino run. Dinosaur run that's where it's at. But that was a stun lock. It's called a bite lock, and you'll notice a lot of the casual players just absolutely get wrecked by that bee. But in a speed run, that's like the easiest fight. That's the easiest boss fight. There's a slightly faster method that I found, but it's not worth going for unless you're like crazy, because basically you have to do some dashes. And the other categories that were listed, New Game Plus actually has everything already. You can store creatures from a previous file. So there's actually a dragon that you can get from this level. If you go up in the cloud, you can get a dragon, a red crystal that turns you into a dragon. You can get a gargoyle. There's a crystal that turns you into a gargoyle, and you save that because he has 20 tackle damage. It's really good. I didn't get the quick jump there, but that's fine. I still got the crystal, and that's pretty standard. And there's 100% record all evolutions, and there's 18 classifications of different evolution classifications. So like this would be one. This is amphibian. Dino would be another class. Mammal is a classification, and then there's mermaid, and there's 4 different sets of those. And then turning into a human, you first turn into a monkey. So that basically, this game backs the theory that, humans came from monkeys, so. And a lot of people complain about the background music of this level because it's like a 7-second loop. But in a speed run, you're not even in the level for more than like 2 seconds, so you don't even, it doesn't even matter that it's a 7-second loop because the levels are like 2 seconds long. so all the haters can just step off. Cause it's the RPG, and I'm a super barman god, so step off. Okay, getting that to wear out there means I did pretty solid. This whole run's been pretty good. This is definitely a really good marathon run. Okay, easiest boss in the game. I know you probably saw Darkwing Duck at FGDQ and that frog was hopping all over him, but it's actually super easy. I do have to give a shout out for Darkwing Duck and his original crew, though they found a lot of the strats. He's basically a pioneer for this game. This and Zelda 1, Darkwing Duck, you know, he found a lot of the tech that gets used. That's okay. We're good. I'm not gonna get much time as the amphibian here, but that's fine. So this is actually a very, very, very difficult level, and I'm gonna have to focus, especially with limited crystal time here. Let's see how this works out. I have to kill 10 T-Rexes though. Yes! Rolling, dude! You just gotta be hype, man. You gotta be hype! That was actually, I got like perfect RNG, near perfect. This is a very sad part of the game, by the way.
Piccolo! How long have you been standing there? Long
So this is this backs my theory that, you know, basically the whole civilization of the dinosaurs got wiped out, and something similar is going to happen with humans, especially when the sun explodes. There's nothing, I don't know what we could do about that, but as long as the rolling deep tapes, you know, get secured and they take off on the satellite and they make it to safety, then everything will be all right. You know, there's not much hope for humanity because, you know, when the sun explodes, it's just going to be done. But you know what? The rolling deep tapes are just... they're going to be fine because they're going to be set on a satellite and it's all going to be good. All, you know... But yeah, that's what this is. Basically, the game's pretty accurate with history as we know it up to this point, and then the game kind of takes a left turn, and things start getting kind of fantasy and fiction, fiction in this game, because it's like, okay, now we've got these evil owl like wizards, and we have aliens, and we have but you know, an interesting thing about this game is this whole time there's these, on a couple levels, there's these texts that are whispering, and at the end of the game you find out that it's aliens on Mars that are looking over how we're advancing, you know, how the Earth is advancing in the evolution chain. And basically the premise of this game is that you make it to Eden, so you become the ultimate creature and you make it to Eden. And so basically these aliens are watching over us from Mars, and at the end of the game it shows you, but that's kind of spoilers of what happens at the end. So there you have a choice, you have an option to go mammal, but because there's a rolling deep $50 donation, we're going to be doing the better category, Dino. So shout outs to that $50 donation. We did have a $10 donation on mammal, but they needed to step it up if they wanted to see any mammal action, because Dino's where it's really at. This is a much more technical speed run than mammal. All you do with mammal is you do a bunch of like weak corner kicks. Okay, so I didn't get good. You have good RNG. That rat will be right where you're jumping. But this game does have a lot of like enemy movement RNG. But past the first stage of the game, there's really nothing that's too major on RNG. It's not gonna lose you a bunch of time. It's just like little time saves. But we will be remaining this dinosaur till the end of the game. This is the final form. I will change it up a little bit, and I just found a new strat on the final boss that is gonna be hype. And I mean, honestly, I could probably world record with this. I'm on pace. I am on pace to world record. So shout outs to them. Low key. Like, this is not a bad run at all. It's I lost a bit of time, but I can save it. There's very difficult things coming up though, and that'll kind of determine. But yeah, putting it down for Midwest Speed Fest. It's the GreenMixTape, coming live and direct. Rolling deep. I'm really upset I couldn't make it to the event. All right. If I was living where I used to live, I would have been able to drive up and be at the event. I think his name is Pringle Daddy, but shout outs to him. Shout outs to like the tech crew. You know, Sex Rex. Shout outs to Sex Rex needs a shout out. He needs a shout out. So shout outs to Sex Rex. Okay, another super easy boss. Yeah, I figured they're the same, but shout outs to Sex Rex. You needed a shout out. Okay, so you just basically bite lock everything. The mammal just back kicks everything, and that's just... The ice physics are just really bad in this game too. Normally you double tap the dash, and then this one you have to like instantly double tap, or like it's just really weird how you get the dash, and you don't even dash, you just like your face just gets funny, and then you just know you can do a dash jump. Shout outs to Joe D'Amelio, you know, or as I used to call him, Joe D'Amalio. Joe DiMaggio, he's coming up the bat. We got 2 outs in the first. It's a home run. Home run, don't Joe DiMaggio. That one's gone. It's lifted. It got some pickup. Like I said, I can see you guys in the chat, so I can react. So coming up here is a strat. I might skip it honestly, but I don't have to go for it. I can skip it for marathon safety, but you know, marathon safety it's you know it's for the people that don't roll deep. I mean, if you roll deep, like I pulled off the task strat, so I'm gonna have to get this strat too. So I'm also gonna have to focus. This is called a castle jump, and it's like a 2-framer. It's a 2-frame window to pull this jump off. And I better get it, and then I have a very difficult boss after that. So it's time to focus. Rolling deep. How do you like that? In the corner. Oh, yeah. I think that deserves a solid rolling deep. I don't think I've said it enough times. That was beautiful. That whole I got the castle jump, which is a 2-framer, and then I got the bad RNG where he goes right. So the Birdman he either goes left or right. And he went right, and that's not good. You want him to go left. And what I did is I jumped on him, which caused him to make another decision to go left. There's another RNG, so there's kind of like stacked on top of it. There's 2 RNG, like he could have gone right again, but he went left. And then I followed it, and I got him in the top left, and then boom! Rolling on him. There's another little setup here. Let's see if I can pull it. As long as I don't mess up my rhythm, because there's a rhythm. You don't mash. There's a rhythm, and that's what throws people. That's why people can't speedrun it like I do, because there's a rhythm. You don't mash. That's the problem. I see a lot of people that try to pick up this game and they complain because they just mash. You have to time these locks. Ooh! Oh! She got me, man. Rip. I was on world record pace, too. I haven't seen that one where she just busted. Usually she goes for the clap again. It's okay. It starts right back with the Mama Yeti. It's not a significant time loss, but it happens, man. It happens. She got me, man. Ripped the world record. I was on the pace. I had a bunch of time to save. So I gotta get her to... There we go. That's what I was trying to do the first time. I looked over at the pace. I was a little too excited. Because I was on record pace. It was potential. Because I got the I don't know why people go for marathon safety strats, you know, just go for world record, man, go all out. It's alright, we're well underestimated. As expected, because I'm just a beast at this game. So I still have enough for that. I'm gonna to compensate that. All I have to do is grab an extra meat. Yeah, I would have saved time there. I would have saved a good chunk of time. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I think my positioning was just bad, and then I was a little too far spaced out, and she decided to give me the ice breath.
Piccolo! How long have you been standing there? Long enough to hear all of your senseless bickering.
Shoutouts to the controller cam too. So this is the final chapter. I don't know if we've had donations, but now would be a good time to get in some donations. I mean, we went over our the goal, broke 2K, but we don't need to stop there. I mean, I think there's a hot donation incentive for somebody dyeing their hair from the German restream. Shoutouts to them. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, read the donation.
For sure. Donation from Roma, that person who was you mentioned from the French restream. It is a $6 donation that says, "What? Give me the red coat." Thank you so much for that donation, Rome.
Okay, I didn't get the otter jump, so there's an RNG factor there. If the otter raises up to the surface of the water, there's 3 otters on that level, and when you're the dino, you have enough jump to where you can, if you jump off of one of them, you'll skip that, and it basically skips you transforming from the water and back. Yeah, I actually I spoke to a couple people I know from the German restream, and they said that the person doing the German restream knew about this game. So that's shoutouts to the German restream. Shoutouts to the French restream with the baguettes rolling deep. I don't speak any other languages but English, so that's why I pulled up the main chat one, because I'd be able to react. I can't. Woo! Oh, the double jump though. So I gotta be careful with my health now. I can get one shot by a boulder. There's there's that cave coming up. There's a monkey that just holds this like massive boulder over his head, and it just smacks you for 29 damage, and that would be a one-shot death at this point. So I just gotta be careful with that. There is a situation where the setup doesn't work. So hopefully it doesn't, because I need this 5K. Of EVO points that I have, and if I die, I lose half of it. So, but it's slower to do it now. It's slower to use it and transform now because the jaws that I have give me extra speed, whereas I'm switching them out for more bite damage at this point. But yeah, if anybody's interested in picking up the game, you can find me, GreenMixTape, and I will answer any questions. I can't cover everything while I'm doing a run and commentating at the same time, but I can tell you that there's some pretty good tutorials out there already, and there's a lot of information on speedrun.com. Okay, we're good. Sometimes that jump doesn't work, and I've had it like only happen once though. But it's very rare that that setup doesn't work. Okay, we got him a little bit. Shook him up. Yeah! Yeah, baby! Let me grab that just in case. That was pretty decent. That's better than my PB did there. Straight up, I would, like I said, if I didn't die of that Mama Yeti, we were on the pace. This should be like low 47 pace. And I think estimate was like 48 or 49. I said it was up to depending on which category. This one shouldn't take me more than 48 minutes. Mostly because I'm a god gamer, you know, it's the RPG Super Bomberman God, so step off. Ooh. Yeah, sometimes they just kind of get away from me. You want to kind of step up and hit him. The problem with the dino here is he's so lengthy. With a mammal, you're like very short, so you can squeeze by. This one, yeah, like I just get these guys out of the way because there's like no room. Your character is way too tall to squeeze by these guys without getting, you know. And any time that these guys shoot off their lasers, it just lags the screen tremendously. So I just take them out and dino. Plus, it's like I haven't found a solid setup to get the lightless strat here. This light, when you get hit by this light, it just it lags your game beyond like. Right now, I'm just lagging it up when you get hit by that. But I don't really. Your character's just too tall to get around that crap. So once you get him over here, you just bite lock him, and we're at the end of the game. So, the next runner, you know, he better buckle up and get ready. Yeah, in Mammal, there's something called the lightless strat. So in the Mammal run, you're short enough, and there's a strat in the back kick strat. There's a way to get around taking that light hit, and you can set him up to where you can skip that. In Dino, I haven't found anything, and it's not worth going out of the way to do, like, because he's just so tall, and there's just no viable strat that I know that's good. You have to be pretty much centered up with him to do the bite strat, and the thing about the Mammal is you can back kick, you can be pretty high up above him and use your feet to kick him, but you have to be like head level with him on to get that set up. So one last mini boss before the final boss, and he's a pushover, so don't be worried about that. And I will be doing a new strat for the eel, so this is a new hot strat for the final boss on the eel. Check that out. It's gonna save it saves about 13 seconds. I timed it. This is the last little boss. If you don't get him locked up, it's not good. And these have to be timed. You're biting in rhythm. You're feeling the rhythm. You're feeling the flow. What's that? Happy Gilmore movie. That's my favorite scene when what's his name comes up. You just got the bags are packed. You just gotta send them home. Feeling the flow. Feeling the flow. And then Gilmore's like, he crushes his golf clubs in that one. I love that scene. Just feeling the flow. Same thing here. You just gotta feel the rhythm, feel the flow. He's like the gate. So the caveman is like the gatekeeper. He's the gatekeeper of Eden here. And then once you get up here, you know, there's this basically goop. You know, there's this. collection of like cells. It's like an amoeba or something like that, you know, and it's like representing that it's just this like deformed like creature that claims to be, it thinks it's ultimate, and this is the last battle, and you have to like prove that you're the better creature here. So there's 8 crystals, and we gotta take them all out. Now the fight actually plays out the same every time if your bites are precise, because you actually, it's lined up so you'll get the same crystal every time. So I know so I kind of missed a bite, so I think I'm gonna get the jelly instead of the, yeah, I'm gonna get the jellyfish. Be very careful with that health. Yeah, that's good. That's what I wanted. That was perfect. This is a free meat, and it'll heal me up. Gotta be focused for this fight, so I'll get back into you know, the wrap up when we're done with this. Because if I die in this fight, it's a big time loss. We don't want that. Oh no. Here comes the new strat though, new tech. Nailed it! It's a new strat I found like a week ago. Honestly, I just found that a week ago. That's faster to just go ahead and change your form and change back. This is, okay, this is the last. Perfect! That was so crunchy and crispy, you don't even know. That's the other biggest threat. That was perfect. I timed it. I count to 4 there. I actually referred to a song. It's a Coolio song. Got the good RNG. Let's go. This run is, I could have world recorded if I didn't die to that Mama Yeti, man. This has been a really good run. 1 death to Mama Yeti because she threw me off guard. This is the last defense. Man, we killed it. Killed it. Excellent. This is the best marathon run that's ever happened, actually. This is the fastest EVO Search for Eden marathon run, period. Right here, live and direct, on Midwest Speed Fest. Excellent run. Very, very nice. Great time. It's a great run. So timing ends after the hallway. It doesn't end yet, but it's going to be a very low 47, which is very good. I think my world record was like a 48 at one point. That was really bad. I'm going to put my headphones back on once I finish, but I'm going to get ready on time. I'll let you know. Time 47:08. Looks like a gold, a 3-second gold. That was the best I've ever done chapter 5. So. And I would have saved a good chunk of time on that. This would have been world record if I didn't die to Mommy yet.
You better give up now.
But my record's not that good. Oh, I'm gonna improve it a lot. So I'm turning the thing back on. I think we're ahead of schedule. I'm just gonna go ahead and play these credits out, and we'll switch over whenever we're ready, I guess.
All right. Well, congrats on the run.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for doing. Yeah, thanks so much for doing Eden. Anything else you want to say before we switch over to Shovel Knight?
Shout outs to everyone here, and I do want to say, now's your chance. Like, we don't have much left for the marathon, so if you want to get some donations in, you better get those in, and definitely donate on that pink hair for what's his name on the
Roma.
on Roma. Definitely make that pink hair happen for him. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, GreenMixTape. We are going to set up for Shovel Knight with Maru Akai. Stick around for that. Stay tuned.
Roll, Indy!
Roll!